everyone.
Hello, where you been?
Yeah, where you been? Where have you been? I'm Gina.
I'm Derek.
And we're
D&G
Thrifts.
D&G Thrifts.
All right, well,
Here we are again.
here we are. We're not slackers this week.
No, we're not slackers this week. We've just been busy.
And
look who visited.
he's not a slacker either. He made his appearance.
He did.
Nikki.
That's Nikki. But you know that.
Yeah, you know that.
He makes appearances every once in a while, usually at the end of videos.
Yeah.
I guess he's just going to sit there behind us for a while. He's a little ornery today. So
Yeah, he might get a little bit vocal.
He might.
Little bit vocal.
You may hear some Nikki tunes.
Yes.
Hopefully YouTube won't ding us, since he's
His musical notes.
his musical songs, I'm sure.
Yeah.
are
Yeah, he's
registered.
copyrighted his sounds,
He
so
has. He's huge in the cat group.
yeah.
There he goes. Okay.
So we have a full video for you today, sort of. We have everything planned that we usually do in videos,
Yes.
right? Although, once again, we don't have like a lot of what I like to call product.
We almost kind of got burned out.
Yeah,
a
we
little bit
did. We got a
on-
little burned
I think
out.
if you're going so heavy, hitting the thrift stores, and you saw all the stuff we're buying, and then we said it's just too much, and we have to hold back, and then we just kind of got burned out. I think.
I haven't even been looking at clothing very much lately
What do you mean?
at the thrifts.
Oh, at thrifts, yes.
Like, yeah, because I was like, that's all I was doing was, you know, spending hours looking at clothes, and now I'm just like,
I kind of do that too. I look for the major things to look for.
yeah.
I
I'm
do a
more the
quick-
knick-knacky person again.
Yeah, I walk
which is
through
what
it.
I used to be.
But clothes is where it is. So.
I still do look. I do look at the clothes.
And eBay hasn't been going crazy, so it's not like it's where things are flying off the shelf.
Right.
Even at super reduced
Prices.
prices. Yes, thank you. But
Oh, you know what? I forgot to look up the results of last time's most ridiculous item.
why don't
I was
you look that up?
I was gonna look that. Yeah, I can do that. Well, are we gonna do that first?
No, we'll do that unless you want to do it first.
Yeah, we can do it first. Okay, and we're back. Okay, so the results of last video's most ridiculous item.
Which you voted for.
Yes.
We just show you. We don't vote. But the winner is the Colonel.
The Colonel. Yay, the Colonel. And the final tally was, you said 8
8 to 5.
to 5.
So
8 to 5. So yeah, so we got that out of the way. So one
Yes.
thing is done.
So that is last week's
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
We only missed 2 weeks. That's
only
not
missed
so
2 weeks.
bad,
Yes.
right?
That was the last video's most ridiculous item of the week winner. And towards the end of this video, we will show you the new most ridiculous item for next week.
Yeah.
But now let's show some things we picked up.
Yeah, so in the last 2 weeks, I really haven't picked up that much. I should have picked up more, but I haven't. So
just
once
haven't.
again, most of the stuff I'm buying now, clothing-wise, is from Pig and Pearl,
Pig and
which
Pearl.
is a little thrift shop. It's a little, what do you call those types where they donate most of the money
Right, it's
to
like-
charity thrifts.
It's a charity thing.
It's a charity thrift.
But it's not like in California, there was like the heart or the cancer heart.
Discovery thrifts.
And that, like a lot of times you'll see like a hospice thrift, or you'll see a children's
Children's Hospital.
type. All the money there goes directly. This one is like a half and half. So
Yeah.
half goes to the people, and then half they donate to a charity.
It's an animal
Yeah, you see it's an
rescue
animal
type.
of the week, and they'll choose different animal rescues all over.
Yeah.
And give 'em a lot
So
of money.
anyway, so I've been buying, most of the stuff I've been buying is from this store because all the clothing is $3 for the most part. They do mark up some things, but for the most part it's $3. So $3. So I've been, yeah, that's where I've been. And I haven't really, I don't think I've I think everything I have to show here is from this one thrift store.
None of the stuff I have is from, because it's mostly women's clothing.
Yeah. It is a lot of women's clothing.
A lot of women's clothing.
Sorry, I just kind of want to tie this so it's easier to
She's
show.
tying something. She's not on her phone.
No.
Just in case.
All right, so I picked up this dress, this very long summery dress, and of course everything I'm going to show you is summery stuff because that is the season we are now in.
Is it?
Well, yeah, you wouldn't know it looking out the window. It
currently
is snowing. Yeah, but this is, so the brand of this one is Soft Surroundings. I have showed you guys this brand before. It's new with tag, and it still has the original price on it, $200, and it was only $3. So I picked that up. It's real cute. What size is it?
We have like a
It's
hot
a
air
small.
balloon or something with the colors and the fabric. Silk. It looks like silk in the colors.
Yeah. I was just thinking when we do our thumbnails, I'm going to have to,
We'll figure it out.
Maybe
of course,
I'll
they'll
have it.
know because
yeah. I forgot we do that for our thumbnails. So there's that, $3. Real cute. Pink, orange, and orange. Pink, orange, and orange.
yeah.
All right. You want to show something?
Yeah, I'll show something. I only have 2 items really Anyway, this was at the Thrift in Boulder. This is a pair of Justin denim jeans, and the reason I got
It's called
these,
Justin?
Gustin.
Oh. Classic. He messes names up a lot.
I do. But it's a brand new pair of jeans. It's never been worn. It doesn't look like, or it was like tried on, maybe worn once. These are, I'm not sure exactly.
California made.
I don't know if it's it's sewn California, so I'm assuming they're California made.
They have a website,
They do have a website
weargustin.com.
there if you are interested in this brand. This is a pair of salvage denim, and if you don't know what salvage denim is, salvage denim, this is the big giveaway. When you see this is a salvage line in the fabric. These are referred to a lot of times as red line. Usually it's red
Because
line.
there's a red line.
Right, usually red line Levi's. But over the years, they've made them yellow, they made them pink. Actually, the girls' jeans they used to make in the 50s were pink, but these are red. This is the classic. It's actually a really thin, feels like a 10-ounce denim. And this company isn't like a true reproduction jean, which is what I'm more into, because they do stuff like they'll put some
Have you
salvage
mentioned
here.
you make jeans to them?
I used to make jeans. I
He
don't
makes
make-
this style of jeans.
I make vintage jeans on vintage sewing machines. So like my whole thing was you would get a 1940s pair of jeans made on machines from 1940.
Yeah,
And
he has like 500 old machines in the basement.
at least 500. No,
He has a lot though.
20.
It is a lot.
yeah.
It
And I've
feels
cut 'em
like a
down.
lot.
I've cut them down. I used to have like 40 some, but now I kind
We
of
have a factory in our basement.
buy and sell machines now.
Plants and sewing machines.
Yes, that's my main thing, is sewing machines. So, yeah, I do that. But here it is. I picked these up. I actually paid $12 for them. They're not like a $200 pair of jeans. They probably will go for 30 or 40 in that range.
How much do you think they were new? Over 100? 200?
I don't know what this company sells them for, but probably 90 and close to $100 for the pair of jeans. I might get 50 for them. Just depends. It's a good size.
Now, are salvage jeans like that still big, like they were?
They never were big.
Oh, I thought they were. I thought I would.
Well, they're big because I keep talking about them. Just like,
No, but I would see, like, we'd be out and about,
yeah,
and I
they're
would
still-
see guys wearing them,
I don't know if it's as big as it was.
like men's workwear and
It might have
salvage jeans. It's
passed
kinda,
a little. It might have passed a little.
Well, I guess and fedoras were in that time
Yeah,
frame
fedoras,
too.
but nobody really does fedoras anymore. I mean, there's still the hardcore guys that do that stuff, but there's always going to be the market for it, but maybe not. Because I just saw one company that does that. Just they closed shop, Detroit Denim, up in Detroit, and they were selling
Not
some
Dallas?
machines. Because they had some really good deals on some machines but I missed out on because they were already sold. But that's another one.
All right, so I have another one. I have another dress from the same company, and it's also new with tag,
Could it be the same
and it's
person?
also the same size.
Huh.
This is a sleeveless tropical summer dress from, what's it called? Soft Surroundings. With the tag. Let's see, how much was this one? This one was cheaper, $120
Get a pair of good salvage jeans for that.
for $3 at the little thrift store.
We refer to it as the little.
Yeah, we call it the little. Actually, there's two little ones
There
we
are
go
two.
to.
There's two little thrift stores, and there's the big ones. There's the Salvation Army and the Goodwill.
Yeah. And I guess I'll show another one
'cause I only have one more
since you have
item.
one thing. So this is another new with tag item, different brand though. So this is, it's linen, 100% linen. I think it's 100% linen. In a, what is that?
It's like a giraffe.
Giraffe print, short sleeve. The brand on this one is called Pure, P-U-R-E, Pure. And I guess that's European. What is that?
UK, 55 pounds.
55 pounds.
So about $70 or low or high 60s.
Yeah, and the size is a US 12. So probably like a medium-ish, medium, large. And yeah, $3, paid $3 for it. So, your turn.
Okay, this is a neat item. You can tell it's heavy.
Oh, I thought you sold it.
I haven't sold it yet.
Okay.
I bought it a couple weeks ago. This was at the Ark. And I was walking down, I always walk, I look for pots, and I was walking down the pot section, which is different. There are different pot sections in Colorado.
Yeah. You say the pot section.
But this
Be
was
careful there.
the actual pot and pan section.
Pots and pans.
And I saw this, and I thought, that looks like a Le Creuset. And usually they're not. Usually they're like Martha Stewart or some other. But then I looked, and
Sure enough.
it's the real deal. And it's a big, giant, you can see, made in France. I don't know if you're familiar with this brand, but they're like the best cast iron maker, I think, probably in the world is Le Creuset. And they make them in France, and they come in different sizes. This is a big Dutch oven. This is actually bigger than what we have currently. Actually, it's because it's oval. Maybe it's a roast pan, not a Dutch oven. Same type thing. But it's all cast iron, and it's porcelain on the inside, or enameled on the, not porcelain, enameled on the inside. And it had a sticker on it, as is, for
$6.99.
$6.99.
As is.
As is. So I'm like, oh, geez, it's probably cracked or something.
Something's wrong with it.
But I thought, just the lid alone's worth like $20. So I started looking it over, and I couldn't find anything. It's been used.
The lid doesn't look used.
Yeah. I mean, it's been used a few times, but it's not bad. And I searched all over it, trying to find a crack or a chip or something.
He brought it to me. He's like, what am I missing? We were in the thrift. He puts it in front of me. What am I missing? Yeah.
We
couldn't find anything wrong with it.
It's fine. It's perfectly
There's nothing.
fine.
The only thing I could think of is they figured the dirty, like the soiling or the staining.
But that's normal on these.
Yeah, I know it is, but
That's what.
maybe they don't know that.
Maybe they don't. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
caked on grime or anything. It's just that's what happens to
Yeah.
the enamel on these things. So, and it also has almost like the shadow glaze on it, so you can see where it's darker than lighter. So maybe when they saw that and they saw the top of the lid, it looks more red. So maybe it doesn't match
Who
up.
knows? Who
I
knows?
don't know.
But there was nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it. So I bought it.
$6.99.
I threw it up on. I put
He
it.
threw it up.
I put it on eBay, and it's there. If you're interested, it's currently there. And
How much do you have it listed for?
I think $150
Best offer.
and best offer, because I saw they were selling for like close to $200 used. I think they sell like it's like
Here you go.
300 plus new.
Yeah. They're
very
not cheap.
expensive. So if you ever see those, definitely pick them up because they're well worth it.
Yeah, that was. I mean, if you can find a buyer. Well, you tried locally, right? You
Well,
put it
then
locally.
he wanted me to deliver it.
Oh, he wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, look at
Local
this.
people, I tell you.
Can you deliver it too?
Can
It's
you
like,
deliver it?
delivery man.
Yeah. So, all right, I have one last thing.
Okay.
Another summery dress, a wrap style. You guys know how wrap styles work, right? It's like open, but then it ties. Real cute. This is super cute. I really like this. Maybe I can wear it. What size is it? A 6. Maybe I'll squeeze into this for the thumbnail because I like this. I like this better. This is Bowden. You recognize that
I know
name?
Bowden.
US 6R, short sleeve, green and white. So pretty. I'm gonna wear this in the thumbnail. $3 at my favorite new thrift store. And that's it. That's
it.
all
We
the.
haven't- we're, again, we're,
In the last 2 weeks. No, wait, no.
I got one more item.
You do? Well, I was gonna say I have like 3 other things, maybe even more than that, but they're winter things, so I'm saving those.
Oh, okay.
They're going into my winter bucket for the fall.
The winter bucket.
The winter bucket. So I'm not even gonna show you those because they're not gonna be listed. So yeah, go ahead.
That's a new series coming on HBO.
What?
The winter bucket.
The winter bucket.
Yes.
What's it about?
Oh, I can't tell you. I did get one other item. I forgot it was over on the table there. This was at, where was this? Oh, this was at the True Thrift store.
True Thrift. One of the little ones.
Do you remember I bought that and I explaining what it was? It was a pie bird. And you put it in pies so that the steam can escape. And I found
Which you sold.
Which I sold. Maybe one of you have it. I don't know. But I found a really vintage one. And look at this one.
It's a blackbird.
It's a blackbird. And you can see there's the hole. And it has these grooves here on the side so that the steam can come through. And if you're unfamiliar, if you haven't watched the previous video, a pie bird is used when you're making a pie. Usually it's a meat pie, but you can use it on other pies. But pies, you have to realize there's usually a crust on the bottom, and then there's a liquid, and then a crust on the top. And what happens is that liquid sometimes can make the bottom soggy. And if you ever watch British baking, they always go, "Ooh,
Soggy bottom.
it's got a soggy bottom." That's a big thing.
Yeah.
So they invented this way back in the day. It goes inside in the middle of your pot. And of course, this is a blackbird. The classic nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
So it goes in there and it has these little grooves so that as it's bubbling and everything, the steam actually has a way to get out because usually it has a solid lid of dough on top. And the steam comes up and shoots out. And so all the steam gets out, but all the juices and everything still stay inside. And that's a pie bird. So that's going to go up on eBay pretty soon. But this is
That's a
probably,
real one.
Probably from the 50s. I mean, the other one's a real one too.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying
But this
it's
is like an original, this is a vintage one.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes.
It's OG.
It's OG.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is everything. That's all the stuff
That's everything
we've picked up.
that we've really picked up. We've been just kind of putting that on hold a little bit.
Yeah, that's.
And we had a few sales though.
Oh yeah.
And you've got a page and a half there of sales.
Sort of. I mean, you're gonna be busy finding pictures of all this stuff.
Oof.
Do you have a lot?
I don't know.
That's probably what's gonna take up most of the.
Well, let's go fast on this then.
Okay, yeah, we won't
Don't go into
dilly dally. Okay.
how much you paid and
All right.
Just say I sold this and this.
All right. Okay. So first up, there's a pair of Zara floral overalls, women's extra large. I was asking $40 and they sold for $30. And then it was a J. Jill mustard orange Swiss dot boho blouse. I was asking $29.99 and they sold for $22.99. It sold for $22.99. And then I had a Lululemon running jacket. I was asking $39.99 and it sold for $35. Nikki's joining.
Nikki's joining.
Nikki's tail is joining.
His tail is joining.
And then I had a Bowden 100% linen blouse. I was asking $29.99, and it sold for $29.99. My
good.
asking price. And then I had a Free People beach striped sleeve, long sleeve top. I was asking $19.99, and it sold for $15. And then, do you remember that vintage Hawaiian blouse you see here? Do you remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, vintage. You guys saw it. It was like way in the beginning of when we first started filming. Hawaiian vintage Sears blouse. I was asking, what was I asking? $49.99, and it sold for $44.99.
That's not too bad.
Nope. And then a fresh produce dress. I was asking $29.99, and it sold for $24.99. And an Anthropology blouse. I was asking $39.99, and it sold for $32. And then a packed organic cotton black dress. I was asking $28, and it sold for $28.
That's good.
I actually had gotten an offer on that dress like the week before for, it was lower. It might have been 20. They offered 20, and I counter offered 25, and they didn't take it. But then it sold for my asking price, so that was worth waiting. Because I knew it's a summer dress,
Right.
and it's not even summer yet, so I knew I could get more for that. And then I had an Athleta, I never know which way to pronounce
Don't
that.
ask me.
It was a pair of, they're called Contender Tight athletic pants. I was asking $25, and they sold for $20. And then last but not least, this is my favorite sale. Do you remember that Crystal Eagle?
I do remember
The Crystal Eagle. So I was asking $39.99, and it sold for $39.99.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I priced it lower than all the others on there. Like the others, people were asking $49.99, and they weren't selling. So I thought, well, why am I going to put it for the same price? It's just going to sit there. And even though I put make an offer on there, people don't always want to make an offer. So I just decided to put it for $39.99, and that worked.
Fabulous.
So that's my sales for the last 2 weeks.
It's good sales.
Yeah. I'm okay with it.
Well, I'll do my sales.
Okay.
But I need to change the camera because my phone has all the information on it. So.
Yeah. So he's going to use my phone. So let's do some magic.
Okay. Okay, I'm using Gina's phone, and we're back. Nikki's on my lap, keeping me toasty, so I have limited movement.
Yeah.
But I sold and I don't think I showed you guys, that Philadelphia Phillies vintage shirt we picked up a long time ago. Not a long time ago, maybe a month ago. I sold that, again, because your phone says I took a best offer, so it doesn't say exactly what it is, because...
Well, when you put it up on the screen, they will see.
Yes, I sold that. And then I sold that heavyweight American giant hoodie. Remember I picked that up, and you picked up one too, I think, didn't you, for the same style? I sold that for $27. That's a real heavy-duty USA-made hoodie. It takes a giant box to ship it, unfortunately, so I may not get a lot of those because you can't just throw it in a lighter weight thing. The Sunbody hat I sold. There was a guy that was really wanting it, and he made an offer, and I came back, and we accepted. It'll show the prices on it. I sold that. I sold the last one of those vintage 70s, or 60s actually, the vintage Levi women's blouses. Remember I picked up one that had a peacock and one that was just colorful. I sold that one for $16. Actually, that went to the East Coast, if I remember. Another thing I sold was the Sierra Design 1980s anorak. I showed you guys that. That was the vintage anorak. I sold that, and that again was an offer. I'm doing a lot of offers. The real deal, I called it, rugby shirt that was reversible. It was green on one side and then blue and white striped on the other one. That one I sold for $15, but right before it, I had this guy kept offering me $7, and then he went up to $8, and I kept saying no, and then a guy luckily came in. I was asking $15, so it was Okay.
Yeah.
And then I sold that Chicago Cubs baseball retro shirt from 1916. That sold, actually went to a guy in Illinois. And I don't know if I actually showed you this or if I picked this up when...
No, they haven't seen this. You
These
could
were-
have showed these.
Well, these were gone. These were
Oh,
sold.
he already sold them. So 2 weeks ago, he
I
found
bought-
these things.
I bought a bunch of T-shirts at the True Thrift. Not the True Thrift. The Pig and Pearl.
Oh, Pig and Pearl.
It was all this Ballast Point, which is a brewery in San Diego that I was familiar with, but they're all 3X sizes, so I can't wear them. And there were actually 5 shirts I picked up, and one guy bought 3 of them. And he was actually, I think he was actually down in San Diego. He bought those, and each one of those sold for 20 each. But I combined the shipping and then refunded him the difference on shipping. I sold, had an offer. I got cat hair on my nose from Nikki. I kept like, why is my nose so itchy? Because he kept rubbing against me. The Death Cab for Cutie Seattle sweatshirt sold, and that was the best offer. One thing I picked up way back at the estate sale we went to, this was a Lane Furniture jewelry box. It's a little tiny cedar box.
That's because now we watched other thrifting shows,
And they picked it
channels,
up.
and they were picking these things up. So that's why we picked it
So
up.
I picked it up, and they don't sell.
Don't pick the. Don't
Yeah,
pick
they don't
those.
sell. I sold it for $10 just to get rid of it.
I've noticed that a lot of like other thrifting channels, they'll pick up things that are just like not worth picking up.
Why are you picking that up? It's like...
Yeah, and I was like, oh, is it worth a lot?
No. So another thing I sold was the Carhartt Ripstop shirt I picked up. I don't remember where I picked that one up. That was the best offer again. These are all like really low sales. I'm just getting rid of stuff. I think I sold it for $12 or something. I don't know. Maybe it's 15. You'll see it on here. The Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. I have a hair. I can see it stuck to my beard. From Nikki. I got Nikki all over me. It's shedding because it's springtime. And do you have cats that shed?
Of course. Well, if they have cats, they're probably shedding.
Oh,
You're
my sweater.
covered in fur.
I'm covered in fur. I'll have to get the roller out.
I'm not.
No, because he's not on you. The Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, it was a 2016, so it's a pretty recent shirt that sold for $14. And then, so a lot of these are concerts. And then finally, these were all yesterday. The Dave Matthews Band, this was a 3X also shirt from 2019. That just sold at a best offer. I think he offered me 12 and I countered at 15. Yeah, I get these people that, you know, the item's only $15 or something, and then they're like, oh, would you take $6 for it? And it's like, no, why would I take $6 for it? So that's everything that I sold as of recent.
Yeah. So it seems like we've had a lot of sales, but
It's really over,
it's over
multiple weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks of sales. Yeah. So now it is time for
The most ridiculous item of the week.
Yeah. So I will go first.
Okay.
And let me find it so I know which one I'm going to do. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to do this. Okay, and roll a tape. So here what you're looking at is a piggy bank that's actually a pig. And, oh wait, I just closed it accidentally. Hang on, wait,
We're
pause.
experiencing technical difficulties.
So, okay, so she it's for a wedding fund. She's the wedding fund piggy bank. So you put all your money that you're saving up for your wedding into this piggy bank. And so I think it's ridiculous because why would you spend the money on a piggy bank when you need to be saving your money for your wedding, right?
And if your wedding costs whatever's in a piggy bank, why even spend it on a wedding?
Why
Just
bother?
go to the courthouse. You know, use it for the Uber to get there and
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, but she's kind of cute.
That's the trouble. It's like these most ridiculous items, and you all say this too, is like, oh, I like this one better, but you know, it's cute. I would get it for myself. Yes, all this stuff is cute because it's ridiculous, but it is ridiculous. You have to realize it's a ridiculous item. Doesn't mean that it's ugly.
Right.
It just means it's ridiculous. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had a couple things that I've seen along the way, but I'm going to show you this one. And there is no animal involved in this one. Usually my things involve corn-made people or animals or something.
A lot of corn.
It's been corn lately. I don't know why. But this is something completely different. This is actually, well, here. So this is something I was looking through the knickknacks, and then I saw this little box, but then I saw what was written on it, and it says dentures. and I was like, well, that's kind of ridiculous. I mean, who would like buy their bed a jar that they paid money for? And this is actually, if you look at the bottom, it actually is marked from a company that made this. Dentures. You know, like you leave your dentures in this little cup. Instead of like a glass cup, like most people would just put them in a glass cup. But this is in this little ceramic thing. I guess it's when you're traveling and visiting family, you would want to use this. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of ridiculous. A dentures.
Not as ridiculous as a piggy bank for a wedding fund, though.
It is ridiculous, though.
Yeah.
But no, maybe the piggy bank's more ridiculous.
Well, I don't know. Probably not. They'll probably like yours better, but that's okay.
But maybe it'd be fun, you know, if you want to hide anything in your house.
Oh, yeah. A burglar's not going to want to
He's
open
not
that
going to open
up.
up a jar that says dentures. I mean, you should put all your cash in there.
No, put your jewelry
your jewelry,
in there.
all your diamonds and everything. Put them in
After
there.
you very thoroughly disinfect it.
Yeah, and who would buy that used?
I know.
Ew.
Yeah.
It's like buying used underwear, not like
Yeah.
underwear new with tag.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But used.
I think some of that fur's floated over here.
Yeah, so we're like, I had a red sweater, but now I have a blonde
Red and white sweater.
red and white striped sweater. Anyway,
Yeah.
so those are our two items for the most ridiculous item of the week. And if you want to vote on either of those or both or comment, do so now after you finish this video.
Yeah. Well, we're done. That's
I guess
it.
we are kind of done yet.
So,
We hope
it's still
you-
snowing.
It is still snowing here, but it's not collecting because yesterday,
No.
literally yesterday, it was almost 70 degrees.
It was 70. It was like 75, I think.
Oh, it was 75
It was in the
degrees.
70s. It's been warm, very warm.
And today was 32, and so it's like raining, but it's 32, so it's snowing.
Yeah. And we have a fence to finish building.
We do have a fence to finish.
We're working
building.
on, that's why we've been busy. We are rebuilding our fence, our little picket fence on the side of the yard. We're in the middle of that. We wanted to do that today, but it's not really the weather's not very nice.
If it stops snowing, we can probably do a couple. We get some rails out there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's another video story later.
If you want to see our new picket fence. It's looking pretty good, I think,
Yeah,
so
I think
far. I mean, what we've done.
I mean, it looks like a picket fence. It's,
Yeah. Well, it doesn't have the pickets yet. It has the
No,
rails.
It has the rails.
The rails look really good.
We'll see once the pickets go on. But,
Yeah. So yeah,
If you've enjoyed this video and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you are a subscriber, please comment. We will respond as quickly as we can. Vote on the most ridiculous item. And we just like hearing from you. So, anything else?
what he said.
What I said. Okay.
No, I think that's it. So you guys have a great week. Hopefully you'll see us here next week. If not, you know why. We're just slackers.
We're slackers.
Or there's nothing going on. Or there's nothing new to report. But hopefully we will be here next week. Or maybe we're busy outside working in the yard. So that could be
Springtime.
That
is
could
here
be
with
where we
all the
are. So
vegetables and
yeah.
gardening. And
Yeah.
everything like
Yeah.
that. So.
So anyway, you guys have a great week, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.